This week in Jupiter Jeep. Hey, it's time to start looking at a few little things extra that you could do with your Jeeps, and you know, maybe not do the most expensive things that you'd like to do. One of them being like maybe lockers, regearing, and a few other things. But a few little devices that you can look out there on the internet, and some tips on how to maybe help out your Jeep if it's lagging behind just a little bit. Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. Introducing the VGATE Icar Pro. So we have the device plugged into the old OBD port down there. Very simple and easy. And there is an app called OBD JScan. And we're just going to bring it up. And right now we've got the ignition in the second auto position, which gives it the first power there. So I'm going to let it rescan the scanner itself. And for those of you that have Android, they do make this for an Android. So as you can see, there's the Wrangler JK of 2007 to 2018. Going to hook it up, and it is looking for the Icar VGATE Bluetooth right here. We're going to click that, and hopefully get out of the sun a little bit here. And what it's going to do, it's telling me turn the ignition key to on, run position, and usually second. So it takes it a second or two for it to log in. Okay. So when we're looking at this program, these are what you'll normally see up on the system when it's in running, and you can leave that OBD reader plugged in all the time. It doesn't really draw any power from the Jeep, it's just there, and then if you need to do something, you can and run it back and forth. So one of the things we got here is you can do a quick diagnostics on there, and right now it's not really seeing any trouble codes pull up. So you know, you go back, well, let me go back here to quick diagnostics, and it's not doing that. Then it can run some tests, and as you can see, and hopefully it's visible here, heated catalyst, it says it's not supported. Few other things it says it's not supported, and that's just because my 2012 it doesn't have those type of sensors in there. And the newer Jeeps, JLs probably have a lot more of that information in there. So going back here, you can go to live data, and what you have to do with live data, you have to select up what you want to see, and there is a lengthy list, and I'll go down here, and what it's telling you, this verbiage here, is to go here and touch that little red button, if I can touch it enough to get it to do what I want. There you go. And as you can see, there's these check boxes here, and it starts off with absolute load value, ambient air, calculated engine load, and it just goes on. So if there's some things I want to watch on a Jeep, I just check mark them. I could check mark all of them if I feel like it. Let's see, go down here, run engine time. I could do time in advance, vehicle speed, if I want to look at the vehicle speed when it's going up. We can also go fuel tank percentage level, if you want that more than the idiot bell that goes off saying, hey, you got low fuel. Engine RPM, so got all that. Down at the bottom, you just click OK, and what it's doing, it's loading that. Now when it first comes up, oh, by the way, also you got to hit the, tell it to go ahead and start populating it. So this is in a list view. You could have that if that's what you want to look at. I prefer using the box features. Especially when I'm driving, I can just look at the whatever I really want to look about and see what my Jeep is doing as I'm going down the road, if there's something different or something crazy going on. Right now you can see the engine RPM's around 680. It is there is a setting in here which is really nice if you are out Jeeping by yourself for some odd reason and you need to use your winch, but you have nobody to put the foot on the gas pedal. You can actually raise the RPM on the Jeep using this app. And what I'll do is we'll go back, and that's under the adaptation up here at the top, and there's a whole list of things, and some of these have, like, you know, be careful when you start changing stuff because something might get changed that you didn't want changed. But here's engine idle RPM. Target value is 800. The bullets run a little bit below that, but hey, it's no bother there. So if I tap that, you'll get a scroll here, and I'm going to run there up to 1200 RPMs, hit done, and then hit go, and it's going to say working. And now if we go back to the Jeep, obviously you can hear it idled up to that amount. And Just look in here and you can see the RPM indicator, and this is the OBD component right there. When you got those flashing, it's showing that it is connected to the unit. It's reading, it's being active, so nothing big in that. And now when I get done winching, whatever I'm doing that I needed to run the RPM up just a little bit, it's going to say, hey, great, okay. So I'm going to tap her and scroll back to the 800 mark, hit done, hit go, and now it takes a few seconds for it to actually drop back. It's just the way the system's designed on it, and the way you can do things on there. Another thing on this, and I'm sure a lot of us out there, you know, it's just telling, hey, you want to drop your change there. The other thing is, a lot of people put larger tires, of course, on your Jeep, and you know, did the shop that put your tires on, did they change the tire size? Now, when I bought this Jeep originally, the Bullet did not look like this at all. Actually, there was 33s, which were like 32.5 or whatever on there, and when I plugged the OBD reader in it, it said that it was set up still for those 32.5 tires and not these 35s. Well, that does make a difference when you start looking into shift patterns of the transmission and what the module in there thinks it has on the ground. So, back to the reader, and in the shape you can see it just a little bit. And if you can't see that, I'm sure you know, I'd be more than glad to demonstrate this again to anybody who wants to. But go over here to tire size. I can click it, and it's looking at it, and right now it's showing that it is set up for the 35-inch tires. So now the ECU knows the value of those tires. Now you can go in there and you can hit target over here, and you can change it to whatever size you really want. I think it will go up to 44. So it'll take up to 44, a size 44 tire there. So of course I don't have 44s on there, so I'm just gonna back out of that anyways. I don't want to change my tires back around because just now I got the Jeep running where I like it. I do like the fact that by changing that tire size, I gained a little bit oomph back to the Jeep. It seems to shift a little bit better. So hey, for the amount of money that you're spending between this app and that little OBD reader, nice device to have. Well, hopefully that was a little helpful information for some of you out there that want to do a little experiment and see just exactly what your Jeep's performing. Pretty handy little module. Been had it in here in the Jeep for probably about 3 weeks now, no problems. And look at it through the phone app, you know, just to see how the Jeep's performing and some of the little characteristics of it there. We'll put a link either down below or somewhere up above. If you have any questions or something else you'd like to see on This Week in Jupiter Jeep, send us an email at jjcflorida@gmail.com and we'll get back to you. Also, a quick reminder, tomorrow, Wednesday night, meet and greet. We're going to be at Time to Eat Dinner. As always, good time, good fellowship, and also get to talk about the Jeeps a little bit there. And later this week, for the big weekend, is Jeeptoberfest. So if you're going, we'll probably be up there Friday. Some people are going to go up on Thursday and probably do Hard Rock. And we'll be on phones, radios, Zello, you name it. There's a way to get a hold of somebody at one of the locations, one way or the other there. Till then, hey, with Jupiter Jeep, you're going to have a good time. And Jeep safe, Jeep in pairs. And give us a thumbs up when you can. Bye-bye.